And we thought last year was bad. Hi, I'm Valerie Pennington. Welcome to the Penguin Prof channel. This year we're teaching in masks to students who are live and students who are watching us live over Zoom. Two main scenarios. In scenario one, it's just a faculty member and students in a classroom, and you just need to amplify your voice. In scenario two, you've got live students and you're expected to teach students who are watching at home over Zoom or Google Classroom. It's a nightmare, but I've got recommendations to help you out. This video is not sponsored, and I purchased these items with my own money. For scenario one, if you've just got live students and you don't need the audio to be captured or streamed, I recommend this guy from Zoe Tech, which was highly recommended on Amazon. Inside the box, you get the speaker, a charger, a strap, one wired headset, and one wireless headset. So put on your mask, strap in, and turn on your speaker. You can either wear the speaker with the strap that's included or place the speaker somewhere in the middle of the room to amplify your voice. This works pretty well, and this thing is surprisingly loud. The only negative is that sometimes the wireless headset does cut out. I would say maybe once or twice every 20 minutes or so. It's really quick, it's like a fraction of a second, but you will notice it. Other than that, I think this is a really good choice. Scenario number two is trickier because you've got two audiences that you're trying to serve, right? You've got live students in a room who need to hear you, and you've got students who are watching remotely. For that scenario, I recommend this guy by Samsung. You guys know I love Samsung. I've been recommending their Go mic for years on this channel. What you get is a transmitter. You actually get this microphone. I'll talk about that in a second. This is the receiver that plugs into a USB on your computer. You actually get a little extender cable because this little guy's a little fat. It's awesome. Now this is a mini XLR mic. The one that comes with it, I find, is just not loud enough. Even when you adjust the gain, you can adjust the gain on this thing. When you adjust it all the way up, it's still not very good. For Samsung, I'm kind of surprised. So I went ahead and on Amazon, people were recommending this guy. This thing is fantastic. So if you're gonna go and make the investment, I recommend you spend the extra $30 and get this little guy.
Now listen up. We have heard. I'm not really owner. You can harass me. You can down here. This minute and three things
This
you have
is a
most.
test of the J mic. Some sound engineering folks said that it was much better than the mic that actually comes with the kit. Take off the windscreen because you don't need it. The mask acts like a pop filter. And then you just clip this onto your mask, clip it in, attach this to your waist, and now you're good to go. So now I can pass through the audio through the computer and use this as the microphone for Zoom or Google Classroom. I'm recording on Zoom, and I have selected this microphone obviously as the Zoom mic source. Now the only thing I've got to warn you about is that the struggle here is getting the audio to pass through your computer. So you're going to need software to do that. If you have a Mac, you can use GarageBand. So you plug in the mic, you launch GarageBand, and you select the microphone, and you have that running in the background. It passes through the speakers. There's a little bit of a delay, but really not that much. On Windows, there is a native feature that under advanced sound settings, you can select to listen to this device. That's what it's called. But the lag is pretty severe. Now, I know there must be some analogous software that Windows folks use, but those of you who know, could you put that down in the comments, because it's definitely not my area. As always, I hope that was helpful. Thanks so much for visiting the Penguin Prof channel. For more videos like this, check out my EdTech playlist. Good luck. I'll see you in the next one. Hello and welcome to the Penguin Prof channel. Let's do some Zoom basics and talk about screen shares today. So if I come down here to share screen, obviously there are a variety of things that I can choose under the basic menu. One of the most common things to share is a browser window, and if I click share, then everything within the green border, so just the app itself, is being shared. And a question that I get is, what if I only want to share a portion of an app window? Can I do that? And the answer is, of course, yes. For some reason, Zoom considers that an advanced feature, so if you click on advanced and then select portion of screen. So now you have this green box, which is movable, so I can move it anywhere on the screen that I want, and it's also resizable. While I'm resizing it, it turns orange, and that is not being shared. The participants don't see that. They just see what's being shared once it turns green. And one of the best ways to use this is if you need to have slides open as well as notes, for example. I actually did a whole video on that, so I'll link that here. Okay, another thing that I want to mention is if you are going to be sharing a video clip or some audio, make sure before you share that you select these buttons. Share sound, that's going to share any audio that is actually playing through your computer, so music or audio from a video file. And then if you're sharing a video, go ahead and click this button. You can also select computer audio and video right here under Advanced if that's what you want to share directly. And of course, you can share files. If the files are on your computer, you just share a screen. But if the files are in a cloud somewhere, Zoom has made that very easy for you to share as well. People love this one. I did a whole video on this as well, where you can use slides as your virtual background. So if you go ahead and select the slides you want to use, now it opens the slides. I'm using Keynote. This works with both Keynote and PowerPoint. And I can scroll through the slides right here on the screen. I can also resize myself. I can move myself around if I'm in the wrong place. I did a whole video on this, which I will link below. Now, if you have a second camera running, as I do, you have a couple of options. You can just choose it as your main camera. So instead of using my webcam, I can select the document camera right here. Now, that's nice, but you lose my face. So my students no longer see me talking to them. So I don't really like to do that. I prefer, if I'm using a document camera, I prefer to share the screen instead. So again, come under Share. For some reason, again, this is considered advanced. Select Content from Second Camera and Share. Here is the feed from my document camera, and that way your students can still see you as you are interacting and showing them whatever it is that you're sharing. I also want to mention that it is not necessary to continuously stop and start as you change the things that you're sharing. You can just select New Share. And let's share my iPad. And now I can interact with my iPad. This is Complete Anatomy 2021. It's absolutely stunning. We're talking about the sternocleidomastoid. Here's the sternal head. Here is the clavicular head. It's beautiful. So it's very easy for me to switch kind of seamlessly back and forth. I can show lots of different things without stopping and starting the share each time. One final note though, if you have a lot of different types of things that you're sharing and you're going back and forth, I would recommend that you check out something like OBS, which is Open Broadcaster Software, or which is a fantastic piece of software, but very hard to pronounce. And they will give you a lot more flexibility. You're able to set up different scenes, and then you can switch back and forth. So if you're sharing from different video feeds and different devices, and you've got different audio and video clips, and you want to make a really nice, cohesive, I'm going to say more of a show, I would definitely check those out. Zoom can do it, obviously, but it can be a little clunky, especially if you have a lot to share. As always, I hope that was helpful. For more videos like this, check out my EdTech playlist, and I'll see you in the next one. Good luck. Bye-bye.